So you guys remember back when cancel culture was crushing everything in sight and the biggest sin in the world was blackface? You know, they were going after movies in the 80s or anyone that had worn this get up, and it was like Jimmy Kimmel was on there, and they were like, oh no, and they even went after like Jenna Marbles, who would do videos on her going tanning, or she'd like either go tanning or rub on fake tanning, so it wasn't like her natural skin color. And so they canceled her, and it was just one after another, like blackface, all these bigots. Well, then it came out, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, had worn blackface. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then it came out he'd done it again and again and again, until finally he had to come out and say, like, I don't know how many pictures there are of me doing this, but there's probably going to be more. And all of a sudden, cancel culture moved along. And when's the last time you've heard someone get canceled for blackface? Been a while, right? It's funny what happens when you put your outrage on selective fire. So Justin Blackface, as I've dubbed him, or Justin Trudeau here, has been trolled. So Justin Trudeau, tricked by Greta Thunberg Impersonator, asks to set up meeting with Terrence and Phillip. Every now and then, a head of state will be fooled by skilled pranksters. Justin Trudeau has apparently fallen for a prank caller pretending to be, get this, teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg. Sky News reports that Trudeau took the call in January. The prank was orchestrated by Russians Vladimir Kuznetsov and Alexei Stoluga. The pair have only just released the audio from the call on YouTube alongside an animated video. Yeah, like mid-wits like this, I think he must be wearing like something to make his eyelashes look bigger. Like, these guys are so stupid. They're just puppets. They're propped up puppets. So the pranksters had Trudeau going for a while until they made reference to Terrence and Phillip, two characters from the TV show South Park, who were last culturally relevant before Thunberg was born. And at first he promised to, he's going to ask my team to try and figure out a way that we can connect you, before a little bit later it finally dawns on him. Terrence and Phillip, were they not on South Park, he says? I don't personally know them, but I believe they are South Park parodies of Canadians. Pretty accurate parodies, I would say, after seeing this. The Prime Minister's office told Canadian TV this is not the first prank call of a world leader. The Prime Minister determined the call was fake and promptly ended it. No, the call went on for 10 minutes. He's a moron. He's just been propped up. It's like Obama, you know, they put up a nice-looking face with a good smile, and they nod solemnly and say, we care about your feelings. We're going to make you feel better. Meanwhile, they stab you in the back. So they also pranked Prince Harry. And but let's look at this. I don't want to play the whole thing because this is somebody else's work, but it is it's pretty funny. I'll link to it. You should watch it all. But here we go. Stars save the earth. Yeah, they do. The celebrity. The flag.
Hi, Mr. Trudeau. Ms. Thunberg, please go ahead.
Hello, Greta.
Oh, hello, Prime Minister. Hello. So I won't take up much of your time. So I understand that you have a lot of work and have not so much time to talk to young girl. But I'm very concerned about growing international crisis and the anticipation of the Third World War. It already leads to disaster consequences. It's very scary.
Yes, indeed, and that is why in the many phone calls I've been able to have over the past week, we've talked an awful lot about the need to de-escalate, and on all sides, people want to see a reduction of tensions. That's obvious, but sometimes the compromises or the steps they'll have to take to get to a reduction of tensions is a big step for them. So I've been trying to do what I can to encourage them to actually...
blah, blah, blah. God, he talks a lot. You can see why he's a politician, so... they rag on Trump a little bit.
Lead to further violence or bloodshed.
I'm asking you to impact on Trump and NATO, so they will lead to the fact that not only the future but the present will be stolen for us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
Indeed.
problems.
Well, we are balancing many different things in Iraq. There's an understanding that
The argument
yes,
for war.
There are real questions around the international community and the
Liberals
American,
and war.
engagement and their actions, while at the same time there is a recognition that in the fight against global terrorism, in the fight against ISIS, Daesh, there is a need for international military presence,
Watch
including
this.
the Americans, to ensure stability in the region. The question all becomes, how do you calibrate
just blow
it
up
right?
the sand
How do you
houses.
make sure that there is respect, there is partnership,
Okay.
there is...
Or we can make the world a better place if we love each other. We can create a world where there is a place for everyone, for white and black, Christians and Muslims, for Trump and Putin, for you and me, for Barry Johnson, for Corbyn, for Terrence and Phillip, so who are also known in your country.
No, that is
Listen to him.
exactly the right perspective.
He's so
And
stupid.
I mean, I have to say, your presence in Montreal helped define.
Yeah, that's at the 5-minute mark. She brings up Terrence and Phillip, and he keeps talking. Let's see. Finally, let's see. They make fun of the nobility here. Where at the end he finally figures it out in the last minute of the call.
I'll ask my team to try and...
No, here we go.
I know that there are big stars in Canada.
Their decisions is going to be what is in the best interest of the whole family,
There we go.
and particularly what is in Archie's best interest. So I will pass along your kind thoughts next time I have a chance to chat with Harry.
By the way, Mr. Prime Minister, can you introduce me to Terrence and Phillip? I know that there are big stars in Canada, but it's very strange. I couldn't find them in the social
He still
networks.
doesn't get it. It's been
Maybe you can
5
help.
minutes.
I know that there are
I would be happy
national
if,
leaders.
I'll ask my team to try and figure out how we can connect you. I think that would probably be the easiest way to do that, because I don't have their direct coordinates with me now. But we can follow up on that.
Oh, that's nice. So you can introduce me to Terrence and Phillip? It would be possible?
Wait, Terrence and Phillip, were they not in South Park?
Whoops.
I don't know. I just know that there are two guys that is very, very popular guys in Canada. I know that everybody loves them. Do you know them?
I appreciate your request. I don't personally know them. I believe they are South Park parodies of Canadians.
Accurate one.
Anyway, it's a pleasure to talk to you, Greta, and look forward to talking with you again sometime soon. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
It took him a full 5 minutes from the first time she brought up Terrence and Phillip to bringing it up 2 more times before this midwit finally realized he was getting pranked. See, this is what they want. They want Trudeau, they want Obama, they want Biden. They want these idiots in place, and they can just pull their strings. This guy is not a leader of men. He's just an establishment tool. And these leaders that claim to be so worried about climate change, where does Justin Trudeau live? Whoops, on the Ottawa River. That doesn't look very safe. And who could forget Al Gore, who picked up an $8.8 million luxury gateway in Montecito, California, living next to names like Oprah Winfrey, Steve Martin, and Kirk Douglas. The house is approximately 6,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a large pool house with 6 fireplaces. Looks like you're awfully close to that rising ocean there, buddy. And of course, who could forget Barack and Michelle Obama's $15 million estate in Martha's Vineyard? They purchased a 29-acre beachfront plot and an almost 7,000 square foot home. It has 7 bedrooms and 8.5 bathrooms. Used to be owned by the Boston Celtics chief Wyc Grousbeck. Has a living room with vaulted ceilings and a stone fireplace, a chef's kitchen, and a formal dining room with giant windows. Outside, they have a pool with another fireplace, or they could swim on the private beach, which has a boathouse. So all these elites seem to be taking global warming about as seriously as Dr. Mike takes COVID-19. He'll go on TV and sternly wag his finger at you, and then he'll take all the girls and go and party on a boat.